Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. KD to the Warriors. What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video, and already know what we're talking about here. NBA free agency, and this is what we were waiting on. Kevin Durant to finally make his decision, and he has announced that he is going to join the Golden State Warriors, a 73-9 team that lost in the NBA Finals last year. Kevin Durant is going to the Warriors. Wow. Now, before I get into the my thoughts and in-depth analysis on this signing, let me just talk about how the hell the Warriors can afford KD, because I'm sure a lot of fans, including myself, had wondered that. Well, basically, I can explain it in the simplest way, and then I'll also make another video explaining the entire cap situation so you guys can know exactly how Kevin Durant and how the Warriors can even afford to sign a big free agent like Kevin Durant. Basically, two things at play here. One, the salary cap increase helped allow out a lot because it gave the Warriors more salary cap space. And then two, they're going to let go of Harrison Barnes now, who's a free agent. And then also they have to look to trade Andrew Bogut. So look for those two things to happen. There's also a lot more detail. Like I said, I'll explain that in another video. With that being said, let's get right into it. Wow, KD to the Warriors. Look, I always knew this was a possibility because we kept hearing about Warriors and possibly the Celtics and as an option for Kevin Durant. But did I really think it was going to happen? No, I did not. I fully expected Kevin Durant to go back to OKC on the same deal he took with the Warriors, which is a 1+1 deal, first year and the second year with the player option, so he can opt out. So a 2-year deal. I thought he was going back to OKC for sure, but wow, Kevin Durant shocked me as well. Look, the way I look at it, KD is he just wants to win at any cost. And look, I'm not going to fault him for his decision. Personally, I would have liked if he stayed in OKC for the competitive balance of the NBA, but that's another subject for another day, right? I can't fault KD for joining the Warriors, like I said. He really wants to win, and this is like I said, a 73-9 team. Warriors are locked to make the finals every year now for the next however many years KD decides to stay on the team. He only signed a 2-year deal, by the way. But just with that being said, Kevin Durant really wanted to win, and he just looked at it as this was his best option. Look, I knew he wasn't going to win anything with the Celtics. It was going to be very hard. OKC, I believe the reason why Kevin Durant decided he was not going to win anymore in OKC, partly, and I know people won't talk about this, partly because of Russell Westbrook. I don't believe he thought that Westbrook was going to be the guy that was going to help him get over the top, and of course they all choked away the lead against Golden State 3-1 in the playoffs, and I know Kevin Durant had a large part in losing that series as well, but just this year and the past couple of years with Russell Westbrook and how sometimes he can be a tough player to deal with, if you will. Russell Westbrook's like a one mentality type, go type player, doesn't really care much about anything else. So with that being said, KD just decided, you know what, I get Steph, I get Clay, I get Draymond, and yes, they can keep all those guys. I can build a dynasty here. So it's sort of like when LeBron went to the Heat. KD may as well come back after a year or so. Who knows? But he really wants to win, and he wants to win at any given cost. Like I said, my feelings on the move, I personally would have liked KD to stay in OKC. I thought they were a title contender themselves. But I agree with his thinking of best chance at winning a title. There's no other team that gave him a better shot than the Golden State Warriors. So with that being said, look, just expect the competitive balance in the NBA to be all skewed now, because every year is going to be Golden State versus Cleveland, assuming KD stays with the Warriors for however many years. But with that being said, another thing to look out for, Westbrook. He will get traded, mark my words. OKC will look to move him because he has 1 year left on his deal. He's a free agent next year. So a lot of teams are going to be interested in Westbrook. Let's see where he gets traded to. Be very shocked if OKC does not trade him. I gotta think that KD and Westbrook probably talked about this before KD made his decision. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure they're boys. I'm sure they've talked about this. But yeah, expect Westbrook to get traded now, up until the trade deadline of the year in the NBA season. Well, with that being said, wow, KD to the Warriors. Can you believe it, guys? The NBA season is going to be insane. KD, you're gonna get a lot of backlash, bro. You better be ready. There's going to be a lot of fans that do not like this. With that being said, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about KD to the Warriors. Leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.